supposed to do with these? Lemons? What am I supposed to do with these? Lemons? What am I supposed to do with these? When life gives you lemons, don't make lemonade. Make life take the lemons back. Get mad! I want your damn lemons. What am I supposed to do with these? Demand to see life's manager. Make life rule the day. Thought I could give Cave Johnson lemons. Do you know who I am? I'm the man who's gonna burn your house down with the lemons. A man who's gonna burn your house down. When life gives you lemons, don't take the lemons back. When life gives you lemons, demands I'm gonna get my lemons. When life gives you lemons, the lemons are mad. Burns your house. When life gives you lemons, the man who's gonna burn your house down. When life gives you lemons, don't take the lemons back. When life gives you lemons, demands I'm gonna get my lemons. When life gives you lemons, the lemons are mad. Burns your house. When life gives you lemons, the man who's gonna burn your house down. When life gives you lemons, don't take the lemons back. When life gives you lemons, demands I'm gonna get my lemons. When life gives you lemons, the lemons are mad. Burns your house. When life gives you lemons, the man who's gonna...
Hey everybody, welcome to Three Dudes and They're Submissive. Today we're playing Marvel Heroes.
Greetings! My name is OJ, the king of the Mendix. Over here, we got Draw. Say hi, Draw.
What's up?
In the middle, we've got our friend Tuvok, who I'm going to call this week our resident expert on Marvel Heroes. How you doing today, Tuvok? Tell the audience a little bit about yourself.
Hey guys, I'm an Australian gamer. Yeah, that's why I don't have a webcam, because the internet's just crap.
Alright, in the bottom left we have Dr. Dickhead, Free Kill, whatever the fuck his name is.
Yep.
I don't remember.
Hi.
Whatever. And the bottom right, this week, I guess you want to call her a
I have a
submissive.
webcam now.
You could call her a submissive. Her name is Misha. She almost got me banned from Twitch for moaning on the microphone. Misha, tell us a little bit about yourself.
No, that's not how it went. And I'm a bitch, so hi.
Yes,
I'm a
all of
bitch.
that.
Alright, thank you.
It's
Thank you for
me,
that.
I'm a bitch.
No, you're just a dickhead.
So Misha has
He's
not
called Dr. Dickhead.
actually downloaded the
Yeah, I
game
said that.
yet, so she'll just be hanging out talking to us in between me going on
I'm a
lunch
black
break on
man.
the stream. Wow.
In game.
So, Tuvok, why don't you tell us a bit about what is Marvel Heroes, what's your experience, what should we be expecting when we play this today?
Marvel Heroes basically a superhero version of Diablo, I guess. Dungeon crawler, get loots, get your upgrades. Free to play. You can pick up your characters either by purchasing them, or you can use Eternity Splinters, which you'll pick up around the map. Maps generally consist of a hell of a lot of killing mobs and then a boss fight, not so much in the way of puzzles or anything really too exciting. Your characters all level up, you get to spend points in 3 trees, one of 3 trees, or all trees if you wanted to sort of make your guy a bit of a... I don't know what the word is.
Hybrid?
Yeah, hybrid, that's the one. And,
Now,
yeah, that's
what-
pretty much it. It's
What makes this different than all the other Diablo clones out there? Because there's a lot of them.
Men in
I guess it
tights.
has a pretty solid lore behind it. Like, you know, if you read the comics and stuff, I mean, there's, you know, everybody's seen the movies, or most people have seen the movies. You know, everyone knows who Iron Man is, and Captain America, and so on. It's also some of the less talked about ones. I'm not a big fan of the Marvel heroes, so Droll could probably fill us in on more of the Marvel sort of comic-y side of things than the heroes.
Yeah, so Draw, who are some of the less popular, say, less mainstream heroes that are in this game that might not see in a lot of other choices?
Rocket Raccoon and Squirrel Girl are the first two to come to mind.
Rocket Raccoon is in the new Lego game. I don't think Squirrel Girl is, though, so that's pretty exciting.
They're actually making a new movie soon, though. Rocket Raccoon is going to be a pretty well-known character because he's one of the Guardians of the Galaxy.
I wonder how that's going to go with the mainstream
He's
audience.
a guardian, super guardian of the galaxy.
And it looks like our friend Abyssal has joined us again. Everyone remembers Abyssal. Abyssal, say hi to the audience at home.
Everything just goes.
Hey guys, how you doing? How you doing?
Hello!
Good to have you here. So,
These men are dropping from the ceiling.
first up this week,
Woo!
from NBC News. I'm dying to hear everyone's opinion on this. NBC News Technology. What if Amazon delivery drone crashes into me? And 6 other key questions. Now, blah, blah, blah. Who gives a shit about the rest of that article? I just like the headline as usual. Amazon has a new system they plan to have launched by 2015 wherein packages will have a 30-minute delivery option where a drone takes your product and ships it to your house. Almost immediately, 30 minutes or less. Now, there's a lot of questions about this. There are FAA regulations that need to be considered. There are safety issues. There's insurance issues if people try and shoot the drones down with slingshots or whatever the fuck you can think of. Where do you guys stand on the whole Amazon drone? 30-minute
I think it's a
delivery.
bit of a joke.
I think it sounds amazing.
I think it'd be awesome not to wait like 2 weeks potentially for my ship.
Yeah, but then you don't let the anticipation build, and it becomes this, you know, instant
Listen,
gratification thing.
if
that
I'm
we've already got.
ordering a new vibrator, I want it now. I don't want to wait for it. I
Damn.
don't give a fuck about
I
anticipation.
can hear that. I'd like you to have it now, like right now.
Or a new headset or any of the things. I order everything off of Amazon, so I don't like waiting.
Don't even try to hide it. That's all you order.
Well, I mean, how long do you think it'll be once they actually do manage to get it up and running that you hear someone, you know, stealing it or shooting it down and stuff like that? Like,
That is true. People are assholes.
you know, someone out there is gonna do
Intercepted
it or gonna
just
try it at least.
Some stupid ass kid will probably do it too.
It's like
Yeah,
you,
some kid with a shotgun who lives in a trailer.
and like, how much is it gonna
I
cost?
see a
Like,
UFO!
you know that you spend like $20, $30, sometimes $100, depending on the type of delivery service that you want. You know, how much is it gonna cost to have your shit delivered to you with a drone? Like extra $100?
Probably.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, probably.
And then like, how are they gonna have it land? Is it supposed to land in your yard?
No, it just drops it off on the foot porch step. Footstep porch.
So anybody can steal it when you're not home, because you don't have to
Well,
sign
that's what
for it.
UPS does anyway.
Yeah,
Wow,
they
your delivery
already do
company's
that.
stuck.
Oh god, I'm still in TeamSpeak. Run away.
Hey, level up.
The world gets smarter.
Sweet.
Steve just told me
I had to get it all fixed.
Come watch the show.
Are you talking to your gay lover?
Absolutely.
Wait, which one, Anubis or Nick?
It's for you to decide.
I think, yeah, we've lost people. People are just like standing around now.
Yeah, yeah. OJ went to go get his food. Obviously, he said that was gonna happen.
Ah, right.
That's why
Yeah.
he's not talking.
That's cool.
It ain't cool.
So it's like there's a lot of things in this game that I like. I don't know. These kind of games are my favorite kind of game. there's a lot of flaws in them, and then I constantly talk about them, but I still really enjoy playing them. So
Yeah, there's something about just the non-seriousness of these kinds of games, sort of the whole isometric view. You know, you instead of trying to build a relationship with your character, you are just literally sinking time into it, which in its own right is the whole point of playing video games.
I hate them. They're fucking boring.
video
Just
games.
gotta throw that out there right now.
Video
All
games are
action
just-
RPGs are universally garbage.
I see. I don't call them action RPGs. I say ARPG because I mean
That's
it's not.
what A stands for.
Right. That's what it's supposed to stand for. But look at an actual action RPG versus this kind of game.
No, that's not an action RPG. That's I don't know what it is.
That's
This is
why.
Green
That's
Goblin.
why I don't
Let's play
actually
Green Goblin.
call it an action RPG.
I call them hack and slash, or action adventure, or action platformer, or RPG that is good and not shit. That one's a little long. I need to work on an acronym. Give me all the things. I do enjoy when things explode into many shinies, though. That is the one upside.
Yeah.
That's kind of like how I like shooting zombies in the head because their brains go everywhere and it's just amazing.
Yes, Miss
Yeah.
Morbid as shit.
See, I'm playing Captain America. And here's the skill tree for them. You get 3 different skill trees. Some of them are pretty fucking useless for most of the characters. Like, really, most characters actually have maybe 2
I got an item for Squirrel
actives
Girl.
that are worth using. And most of the passives actually kind of suck too. You really only want to put 1 point in them and then put the rest of the points in the other shit.
What button is that, by the way?
What's that? You bring up your powers?
Yeah.
P.
P. P for powers. Makes sense. Street
That's
brawling,
right.
martial training, and heroes for hire is what the Luke Cage. I'm gone? Dr. Dickhead is gone. I'm gone? What happened?
You're fine.
Oh, okay. Someone said I'm gone.
Yeah, when he rejoined the call, it screwed everything up. But I fixed
I'm
it.
sorry.
I'll put this in my playbook.
I kind of want to get this passive that makes us all earn more money. Somehow, I
Nice.
feel like that's a good idea.
Yeah, the old party buff. Party buff's pretty good.
How many points do I get? Crowbar. Crowbar beat down. I don't fight with a crowbar. I fight with a lead pipe.
Welcome aboard, soldier.
Wait, did it really just take me back?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No, you are not.
Kill the Green Goblin.
Alright, here's a cutscene.
Spectacular success, if I do say so myself. Thanks to Hydra, there will be bedlam in the streets of New York.
And the list.
Yes, the entire list. But I can't help but wonder, Dr. Octopus, MODOK, Wizard, what does
So moving away from awkward silences.
Oh, this is a cutscene.
Yeah.
Oh.
this
Wow. Good job, woman. Ruining that scene.
Suck it.
Like I said, women can't stand it being
Hail
quiet.
Hydra.
Be gone.
Alright.
You remind me of an
Sweet
old
ass.
So,
He was a bit of a hothead.
something
too.
that I find kind of interesting is
How I'm not in the cutscene with you?
people's opinions of the Video Game Awards. Like today, they started the Steam sale for the Video Game Award nominees. And every time that I've ever brought it up about Video Game Awards this or this Game Award is that, most people were like, who gives a fuck, or I don't care. Alright, well, who are these people to give this person an award and that kind of stuff? Or what are your opinions on Video Game Awards?
Investors. That's who they are. To give these
Investors.
things. Yep.
Yeah.
Also, commercial bells, advertisement. What the fuck was that?
Dog and cat, ignore, keep going.
People with lots of money. Bottom line.
But I mean, at the end of the day, that's business, man.
Yeah.
I don't think I could blame them for it.
I mean, it doesn't mean you have to give a shit, just like IGN reviews.
Yeah.
I'm just happy to help out, Cap.
It isn't able. I'm not able to join you guys now, am I?
You should be able to. Yeah.
How do I do it?
What's your name in game?
Missile Soldier, should be.
Saving the world one day at a time. I am back. I was chasing a ghost.
Around.
Where is
That's what I
it?
missed.
So tell us your opinion of game awards, OJ.
There we go, now try it, because it put me in an auto party, so try now.
Okay.
My opinion of Game Awards is they're fucking stupid. Any magazine that has a Game Awards is probably a shitty magazine, and they don't have a viewer base, so they create a Game Award, because that's what you do. That's how you get a viewer base. You pretend you're an authority on something you're not an authority on. Start ranking shit, and then all of a sudden everyone's like, oh, well, it won a golden joystick. Who gives a fuck?
What about things like Lum Dum Dare or game competitions?
Well, you know, Hotline Miami lost to Gunpoint, so game competitions like GDC or IDC or whatever the fuck it is, they're all invalid too.
Okay, now I'm at the raft. Okay.
I mean, it's cool if you want to have competitions and shit, because then you can value the value of the competition. And if Fez wins a competition, then you know competition's a fucking stupid competition. You shouldn't care about anything it does.
Hell's Kitchen.
You don't like Fez or Phil Fish.
Well, Fez is fucking terrible. Not a game. And if it is a game, it's a really, really fucking boring game.
It lost out on its game design because it was so concerned with being art.
Are you
It's
Flintlock?
not art, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
You know what's art? It's the fucking game, No Time to Explain, where it has a level where everything's white and you can't see the floor, and it's just a big joke where everyone wears berets and they say, games that are art should do this or some shit like that. It's fucking brilliant.
Then hurry your little self up there, Rhino.
You guys
That's
going to the
art.
next mission?
Well, so there's something that I've said before, and there's a lot of people that still don't consider video games art.
Tell them to play Dust or Bastion.
Tell them to
A
play
propaganda
fucking...
chamber.
No, don't tell them to play Bastion. Tell them to play fucking, anything. Tell them to play Lego Marvel Superheroes.
And
That's what you should
like,
tell them to
I mean, I do consider video games art, but then there's games like Call of Duty that I think of, and I'm like, I can't see Call of Duty being a fucking art form. It will never happen, sorry.
Yes, an art form. It's an art form on how to make billions of dollars while doing literally no work or putting any money into it.
Well, there's a theory behind art, and some people go the whole urinal theory, which is sign a urinal and put an art gallery and it's art. Other people say that art has to have purpose.
Message.
So that is, an obituary is not necessarily art, because an obituary's purpose is just to inform versus to persuade or illuminate an issue. The basic litmus test I would have for art is, does it raise questions that have no answer or that are more complicated than just a yes or no answer? So in Bastion, there's the question of morality being brought up.
Woman.
Singing? Really?
Yeah.
Like in Bastion, there's questions of morality, like forgiveness and guilt, that type of thing.
Misha, shut the fuck up! Serious right now?
Alrighty.
Don't make me hit you again.
This is happening right now. This is the thing that's happening right now.
Apparently so.
I know, mute sound but don't mute mic. And then do random shit.
I got a phone call, guys.
Alrighty. That is great.
Okay.
Holy shit.
So, this is awesome.
Moving on.
How do you
Alright. Moving on, since we're talking about singing, singing. This is
That'll
from
happen
Us
later in the
Weekly,
episode.
fucking reliable source, but interesting article. Dylan Sprouse, fellow Disney alum, calls BS on Joe Jonas's Disney attack in New York essay. Basically, one of the Jonas brothers wrote this fucking thing in the New York Times, I think, about how Disney stifled his artistic creativity and they made him shave and blah blah blah, and he's this tortured artist, and now he's finally free. And I really want to be like, you are a fucking asshole. They gave you a career. They made you a shitload of money. And all you had to do is shave your face, you whiny bitch. Like he's this fucking tortured songwriter. Oh, I've listened to Jonas Brothers songs, dude. They're fucking dumb. They're dull. They're pointless. Just like the existence of the band. And the mere fucking assumption or assertion that they have any discernible talent in regards to creating art is laughable. What do you guys think?
Yeah, it's just long.
I went through a Jonas Brothers phase where
Holy
I
shit.
Poor
totally
soul.
obsessed with
I'd much
with
rather listen
them
to
and
Miley
their
Cyrus.
songs. Oh god, no, please, please, no.
I've never actually willfully listened to any Jonas Brothers music of my own accord. It's always been by accident because it's someone else.
I don't think
When I
I've
first
ever
came
actually
out,
listened
I
to
was
any of
all
it.
Get to Hell's Kitchen ASAP.
We're going on Hell's Kitchen.
Got over it.
Abyssal, did you finish the, you didn't get to do the first quest, did you?
Probably not.
Okay, head to the raft, I'll speedrun you through it on my Cyclops.
How do I select a new...
I hate it, you know, it's called Starfuckers, right? You know, you get... Someone makes you famous, or someone helps you get famous, and then you just shit on them.
Okay.
There's no respect for those that help you to get where you are. And it happens a lot with musicians and celebrities in general.
Well, it's just, well, I mean, it's not even that. It's just insulting
Holy
to me
shit.
that Joe Jonas thinks he has talent. I find that insulting. I find that insulting to music.
I don't know if I've ever actually even heard a Jonas Brothers song.
Well, there was a South Park episode where they made fun of Jonas Brothers, and then I watched the actual video that the South Park parody was made on, and it was fucking hilariously identical. Like, identical. It was brilliant. Brilliant, 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 brilliant. Oh man, I feel sick. Either way.
Me too.
Yeah, talking about them will do that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, damn it.
I ate pizza pretty fast, and it was like crazy. It was ghosts and some shit. It's fucking wild.
I just can't stand it. It bothers me when
Stop with the crinkling!
Sorry.
people become famous and then they shit on the people to help them get there.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I understand wanting to move in a different direction, but you don't burn bridges like that. That's just an asshole move.
But they-
never
Oh,
burn,
you see
don't
where
burn
you
bridges
go,
anywhere,
Peter.
ever.
I'd burn the shit
I
out
don't
of the
know. It's
bridge.
worse though. Like, yeah, that or actually getting getting famous for a certain kind of persona and then getting tired of it and just trying to completely change what you are for marketing purposes, such as like Miley Cyrus.
Yeah.
I don't think she's just crazy.
She's not crazy.
She's
It's
pretty
a
fucking crazy.
It's a marketing ploy. It has nothing to do with
It
her
is a
being
marketing
crazy.
ploy, and the fact that people are falling for it and like giving her this publicity that she's just doing all this stuff for attention, and it annoys me. Like, get your attention and get your fans from your actual talent, not how little clothing you can dare to show up on stage with, or smoking weed in public, even though it's legal, is still kind of taboo. Like,
I'm just saying, I would pay
She's
for a
just
Miley
not
Cyrus sex
talented.
tape right now.
she's not, and the fact that
Boring.
she's just doing all of this shit just to make it seem like she's awesome, it just bothers me that people are just like, oh, Miley Cyrus is stop talking about her. This is exactly what she wants.
But you know that there was the Obama administration was thinking about striking Syria, and in America it was 10-1 the amount of Google searches for Miley Cyrus versus Syria. They're about to blow the shit out of a country.
Clearly more important.
And Europe was like 5-1, so that's even more insulting because Europe's always supposed to be, you know, way above us, way above us, and nope.
I think the rest of the country likes to see people in America do retarded, stupid shit.
Probably.
I think you just look at any TV show or any, video-based media, and you'll see an American, and it is stupid shit.
And then Americans wonder why half the fucking universe hates them.
It's interesting being part of an international community where, you know, Americans are the minority in the community, and pretty much everyone in it will generally talk shit about Americans.
I will
Yeah, it's
talk
funny
shit
because
right
other
along with
countries'
them.
governments bow the fuck down to the American government, so they should shut the fuck up.
No, it's
I
only
found-
because you
what-
have weapons.
And not for much longer. We're fucking broke. How long do you think we're gonna stand on top?
Exactly.
We're
What do
not
you
on
mean,
top. Who told you we're on top?
We've
That's a
been
lie.
in debt for like 10 years now.
Yeah.
They still don't seem to care.
The
No.
country's been in debt since, I believe, the early 1900s, if not always in debt. I'm pretty sure. Actually, the country's probably always been in debt,
Probably.
but the debt has increased 17-fold in the past 20 years or so.
Well, it's
Sure,
not
so that's
to a
caught up
point.
with this.
Yep. All right. Cool.
And then I'll
Either
switch to
way.
the less overpowered character.
That was
Let's go
kinda
to a
great.
lighter topic.
Oh, can I skip this cutscene or?
Kids.
Yeah, you
I'm
can.
throwing cars around. I'm already on a lighter topic.
Kids get in on Netflix original series action from Forbes magazine. Netflix announced today that its first original series for kids will debut December 24th. Turbo Bast is based on the character from DreamWorks Animation's film Turbo. Netflix has already had a ton of success, blah blah blah. The main difference here is that they've ordered the shows and they're not releasing them all at once. They're gonna stagger them out over 6 months. Which is interesting, because all the other Netflix original series, they put the whole season on day one. This one, they're saying, nope, we're going to make kids wait for it.
I guess it increases their, like, over time like, I don't really know why that decision would be made. Is there a specific purpose in it?
I think it's experimenting with the market. I think it's also looking at, can you release... I think it's an experiment in episodic content through a subscription service like Netflix versus the binge model, which I much prefer.
Yeah, I much
Which
prefer the
is-
binge model.
Because that's how people consume media on Netflix anyways. Here's a show, here's fucking, let's say, here's Breaking Bad. Watch the entire Breaking Bad in 2 days. Go for it. Versus, here's our custom show, here's a kid's show. I think that they said something like the kids will have something to look forward to every month or something. That's an interesting way of doing it, kind of like Saturday morning cartoons. Like, kids will look forward to the weekend so they can, oh, the new whatever show is coming out. But I think it's a dated model.
Yeah, I don't like that model anymore either. There's nothing I would willingly watch week by week instead of right away.
And I bring this up because the fucking Wolf Among Us and The Walking Dead Season 2 are doing the same shit, and it drives me fucking nuts. Just release the whole season at once. Just do it. Just fucking do it. Wait until the game's finished, drop the fucking game. Drop the completed game. Why are you torturing us over a 6-month release cycle? I hate it.
The thing that's worse about that whole process is by the time you get all 5 episodes, the game's gone on sale 50 or 75% off, and you haven't even gotten to play the whole game before it's gone on sale.
And the people who finally get to play the whole game pay a fraction of what you paid as a pre-order buyer.
Yep.
Or any buyer in between them.
They should at least do it like they do with the console versions of the game, where you can buy it by episode.
Just a
would
quick
be
note on the
preferable.
game, guys. Pick up the green orbs. They're your bonus XP from killing stuff. Red orbs are health, and blue is spirit.
The spirit within you will bring you great pleasure.
Well then.
Does that mean Amazon
the
will be able to drone me pleasure?
Yeah, I think so. It'll be a fleshlight.
Oop, there's a
Make
boss
that
up here, let's
small
go.
in the box.
You guys got a buff?
Yeah,
Like
Electro.
So,
Electro over here. Go back.
but I mean, I think it's all about promising future content as the season passed, which I believe Saints Row the 3rd was the first game to actually do the quote season pass type thing. And since then, it's exploded into just a clusterfuck of fucking season passes for every other goddamn AAA release game, where it's just episodic bullshit content that's usually not even that good, released slowly, And by the time the last pack and by the end of the season pass, all the content's released, the season pass is on sale for at least 50% off, if not more than that, because of various holidays or other sales, such as Black Friday or Labor Day or whatever other occasion you want to have a sale on shit. It just doesn't seem fair to sell content in a way where you promise future content, but don't give it to them.
Yeah.
Don't buy products you can't keep.
You mocking me?
No.
It kind of
I'm agreeing
depends,
with
though,
you.
because with games, the development time is there, so releasing content episodically can make sense, because you can get part of the game sooner than you would normally, and play it over a period of time, and if you like the game, you can keep getting more, but if you don't like the game, you can stop at the first bit, so on and so forth. But with shows, it's already all filmed, so I don't really know why
On this building right here.
that happens.
They do that for marketing.
So, let's cruise into the police department here, guys.
You're probably right. People like to bleed a life cycle out of things. There's the development life cycle, the season pass. Now you got a game that's life cycle would have been, say, 6 months of being a new game sold on the shelves. Is now reduced, has been extended to maybe a year and a half, 2 years on the shelf. Because, we just released the new fucking Armored Truck DLC for Payday 2.
Right.
Remember our shitty buggy game that you really hated? We just released a fucking piece of shit DLC for it. Enjoy.
Yeah,
It's only $7.
Bug fixes and stuff.
Yeah, but I mean, patching is also way different than episodic content. I feel like a lot of the times the core game needs to be fixed before they even start thinking about some DLC.
Yeah, I agree
That's
with that.
exactly my thing, is that, if you're going to release episodic stuff, make sure it works off the bat. Try and fucking charge me for fixes. Because, that's essentially what they can do then, is they can charge for bug fixes by including the fixes in the DLC. Yeah, level caps, that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Oh, that's something else. Deus Ex Director's Cut. The game has already been out, but they re-released the game it's basically just a big patch for the game, but it's a whole new game you got to pay for, and they don't actually give you, the patch content if you already own the regular version of the game, but you got to pay for the whole game again.
Oh, wow. That's pretty gay.
Well, if you buy it on Steam, it's
Yeah,
only
it's pretty bad.
$5. It's
you
a
are-
$5 upgrade
Yeah.
if you own the original game and all the
Which
DLC.
I thought was kind of good.
Which is a nice gesture. They didn't have to do that, but
Right.
at the end of the day,
At the end of the day, you already bought the game. You shouldn't have to pay again, as far as I'm concerned.
yeah, you shouldn't have to pay again because they fucked up the game the first time they did it. Basically, they listened to the
exactly.
fans who said they fucked the game up, and they took the biggest complaint about the game and then fixed it, which is a really, really cool thing to do. But then to charge people for it is kind of a dick move. Like, oh, I'm sorry, you hated the version you may have pre-ordered at $60. Here, just pay us another $5. It's a dick move. It's a dick move. Any way you slice it, it's a dick move. Now, it's a less dick move that it's cheaper, but that it's charged for it all. It's still a dick move.
Yeah. I think on that note, as gamers, we do have a tendency to forget, how expensive development can be.
Well, yeah.
I work for a software company, and it's not cheap, man. Like,
Yeah, but look at your marketing budget in your software development company, and I'm sure you'll find a lot of waste and a lot of misallocated
in
funds.
marketing, fuck yeah.
And yes,
generally
marketing
do
does
try
play a
to
point.
which is good. So,
Overspending on stuff way beyond what it needs to be happens a lot.
Do you really need the
Yeah.
gold-plated sink in your development office? I don't think you do.
hell yes,
Well,
we
no,
do.
I mean, it's
Damn
more like,
damn it.
Now, you picked a
really
really
need
bad
the fucking-
example.
do you really need the fucking $1 million commercial? Or the $10 million ad campaign with the $5 million?
I know a couple game studios that actually have apartments, bowling alleys, movie theaters, and stuff.
Well, I'm fine with that. That doesn't bother me, because I don't think that's a result of the games being $60 or releasing That might have more to do with DLC and episodic content, but ultimately, game studios usually have one successful game, and they're set for a long time, especially if they retain the rights to the royalties of the game.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I think Gary's mod, I think he released that he sold over
Oh,
4
God,
million,
Gary's
over
mod.
4 million copies, and the game grossed something around like $23 million or something so far. Over a 10-year period.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Like, you could have a pretty fucking nice office, especially considering I'm pretty sure it was a one-man team.
Yeah.
Whatever,
You also,
actually,
like, I kind of like the free-to-play model as well. Like, if you're talking about video games and money and stuff like that, I don't mind the free-to-play models. I think they're pretty good. Like, you know, you can play the game for free. You can get through all of the stuff for free. But, you know, if you want the stuff, the wank factor, basically, to make your character look cool or whatever, you can spend a couple of bucks to get it. I think it's pretty reasonable.
I hate the free-to-play model, and I think it's responsible for all these DLC packs. I think the reason that you're seeing season passes as much as you are now, and you're seeing more, quote, expansions or DLC or whatever you want to call them, is because the free-to-play model is so successful, and they found that people will pay tons of cash for stupid little bullshit that 10 years ago would have been in the game. Like, the one I always give to Drawl is...
It's not the same thing, though, and they started at separate avenues. They just happen to converge.
Well, they're not converging is the thing. It's abusing customers because it works in the free-to-play model. And then
No, I mean, they
abusing
just
other
both
customers.
open to become, like, a big thing at the same time. They both started at different ends of the spectrum. DLC started on consoles because Microsoft wanted to abuse people on Xbox Live. The free-to-play shit started in Korea in MMOs because they needed to find a way to get around subscription models because no one would pay that shit in Asian countries.
Yeah.
Well, the idea of DLC, I mean, it comes down to a couple things. I think probably when you really started seeing the abuse of DLC was games like Guitar Hero, where it's like, how much can we charge for one Beatles song? How much can we charge for one Aerosmith song?
Yeah.
Or how much can we charge for one CD in Rock Band? Oh, you got Rock Band 2. Guess what? You have to pay again. Like, or, oh, you want to play the Rock Band 1 songs in the engine for Rock Band 2. Oh, well, that's fucking $30 or whatever. I think that's when it really exploded and started becoming abusive. And now it's like, oh, Saints Row 4 has, I don't know, $80 worth of DLC and only 10 of it is actual mission content.
But, you know, at this far in the game, is it really going to make a dent in anything if someone tries to change that? Because if you wanted, you know, if there was going to be an uproar about it, it should have been back then. Like, people should have been paying more attention to, you know, I'm paying $20 for something that's basically insignificant and I'm never going to notice anyway.
Yeah. Well, I think it's not the hardcore audience that's paying. I think it's the casual audience, which is why it's extremely predatory. Because I think the hardcore audience is saying, you know what? I don't want the fucking $50 of Tomb Raider multiplayer DLC for a shitty deathmatch mode, or I don't want the Hitman Suit and Gun collection, or any of the other Saints Row like presidential bullshit pack. Because who the fuck wants costumes in a single player game anyway? But if you're casual,
Apparently quite a few people if you look at Portal 2.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they do have a cash shop. I know about that.
Well, some of those games will have packs like that. The stuff actually has quite a different function too. But for the most part, a lot of the stuff is usually just skins. But like Saints Row 3 or Saints Row the Third, some of its items were like completely different weapon types. Now, I'm not saying it shouldn't have been in the game in the first place, but it wasn't just a skin. Well, there's a lot of games that, you know, like Borderlands 2, for example, with the 100 character skins, you pay $1, $2, get one skin, and it's just a skin. There is no function to it.
Yep.
Yeah.
In a fucking non-massively multiplayer game. Like, even the TF2 shit I'm not that concerned with, because the player population is so huge, and the trade market's lucrative, so it could actually be seen in a lot of cases investment. You buy some of this TF2 shit, and you may or may not be able to flip it. Especially if you're getting it off the market for a good price, and then you take it back to the trade market, you could, you know, really make some cash.
Some of that stuff is pretty good for that. Definitely.
I just remember back in the day when you played WCW wrestling and there was create a wrestler and there was 10 million fucking things to do, and it seems like every game I play there's less and less customization options and more DLC bullshit. Or look at Saints Row 2 compared to Saints Row 4 and look at all the customization and crib options you had compared to now. Now it's like, oh, well, I don't even think you buy property in Saints Row 4, actually.
Saints Row 4, no, you do not.
Whereas Saints Row 2, you would buy a property and then you could completely customize the internal organization of the property. And there was the really cool Saints base with like the ice sculptures and shit. Nope, not anymore.
No, it's just got Cosmic.
Sweet.
I just realized I
Alright,
haven't got
guys.
any gear on my character yet.
So this
What is
stuff,
the
this
problem?
loot on the ground, is it specific to me or
Yours.
can everyone see it? Okay.
It's specific to you, yeah.
Alright guys, do you want to do NSA or Applebee's? Your choice.
Applebee's.
Alright, Applebee's it is.
Really hate the NSA.
They're in the news a lot. What can I
Yeah,
tell you?
because they're doing a lot of really iffy shit right now.
Well, you chose Applebee's. Sorry, we don't get to discuss that today. Applebee's will install 100,000 Intel-backed tablets next year in a record rollout. Applebee's is going to basically install... Alright, the device is from Applebee's. The device puts control of the restaurant experience in the hands of our guests. Speed of payment is the first thing the guests will notice. So now it's like, instead of having a waitress, you're gonna just order from the menu directly. You're gonna...
You stole my idea.
Yes.
Yeah, I've actually
No, but
pitched
my
a
idea-
similar idea to my uncle, like 2
I
or
wanted
3
to
years
go to the
ago.
bar.
That's a great idea. So you get rid of the waitresses, you get rid of tipping, really, or maybe you don't get rid of tipping because there are
Well, that's
bussers and
nice.
shit. But it's a smaller tip.
Who tips?
Well, you can say get rid of tipping, but hey, we don't have tipping in Australia. Like,
I don't tip anyway. Fuck you. I'm already paying money
Wow.
to eat my food in the first place. Fuck
Wow. Wow.
that. Lower the prices.
Wow.
Do you,
Lower
do you
everything.
know how the tipping works for waitresses and stuff?
That's not my problem.
When you
I
order
believe-
food from a restaurant, a waitress does that. She actually pays for the tax on your food for you. So if you don't even give her 7% of your bill, she's paying partially for your food.
Do you know how much waitresses are paid an hour?
$4 an hour.
I'm
Yeah.
still paying for
I
my
thought it was
motherfucking
three-
food.
I think it's $3.50 in Maryland.
Do you realize you're taking money
Yeah,
out
it
of her
is.
pocket every time you don't give her at least a 7% tip?
That's not my fault. That's the business.
It absolutely is your
no,
fault.
No,
It
no,
absolutely is your fault.
That's
You're not giving him 7% of
that's
your
the
bill.
employment, and that's their fault for setting it up that way. I'm paying money already for
Says
my
the
food.
unemployed person. It's their fault. How dare you?
I'm
That's a
I'm
fucking
paying
ballsy
money for my
statement to
food
make.
in the first place. Why should I have
And
to
my
pay
taxes
twice?
are paying your fucking government support checks to buy your food, so you might
Damn
as well
right.
keep the fucking
As much as I hate to agree with Joel here, tipping should not be a required thing under any circumstances,
I'm not
regardless
saying
of
it's
what
a required
circumstances.
thing, but to say I never tip is bullshit. That's an awful thing to say.
it's not required in Australia. I've never tipped before.
Well,
It's
when
not
you
for-
don't, it's not the
never
same.
tip.
It's not made the same way in Australia though. They don't pay for your food for you. They don't pay for the tax on your tables like we do here. It's bullshit that the waitresses and stuff have. It's a bullshit system, is what I'll say. But you really should, until they fix the system, at least take care of the person who's taking care of you.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
No, that's.
I always tip unless they're being like ridiculous assholes.
I mean, I'd go grab my shit from the kitchen if I could.
Yeah,
I agree. I've
actually
had to
hate
do
going
that a
out to
couple
eat
times.
Because
And
I
I
hate
would
that
tip
they're in the
those people.
trash cans.
If
Like,
I had
I
to go
hate-
do my,
Tip
give,
shitty people.
I'm not saying tip people who are bad. I'm just saying the people who take care of you.
I don't think I've ever actually had a good waitress or a good waiter. Ever.
Well, yeah, because they know you don't
fuck do
tip.
you
You probably go to the
because
same
they
places.
know I don't
Yeah, they know you don't
They know
tip.
you don't fucking tip. Why fucking help you out, asshole? You know
I
you
mean,
fucking
like,
tip.
okay, I'm gonna go spend.
Just so you know, bitch, I'm not gonna tip you nothing.
It's like, okay, I'm gonna go to
Oh.
Chili's. I'm gonna spend $13 on some fajitas and a drink. That's a lot of fucking money for some fajitas, and then you want me to spend 7% extra for my food? That's fucking dumb.
What the fuck does
That's
it have
Yeah,
to
but
do
when
with
you
her?
think about it,
Would you pay for
7%
the
extra of $13, like
That's a lot of
Less
money
than
when
a
you
buck?
barely have money in the first place.
If you barely have money, you shouldn't be eating $13 fajitas.
Yeah, seriously,
$13
what the
fajitas are good.
You can make your own fajitas for like $5.
It's
So
all
that's
about
the
you.
problem here. If you don't have
That's a very
$13 for
egotistical
fajitas,
group. That is
Why
very
the hell are you paying
egotistical
$13 for
view of the
fajitas when you
world.
can go to a grocery store and buy all the shit to make your own fajitas for $5?
I don't know
Because
if you can-
Americans
Oh,
are lazy, and whatever they don't have to do, they're not going to.
Actually,
Oh, of course.
I don't go out
That's what it
anymore.
comes down to.
Like tipping.
That's why fast
Lol.
food.
When I go out,
That's why fast food
people I'm with, they
propaganda and
generally
every,
do
like
tip,
they're just so popular.
But like, it's, for example, if I order a pizza, that I'm not about to pay that guy. I'm not about to tip that guy.
Now pizza, I don't know what delivery.
pizza
drivers
you don't do that.
pay.
Pizza
They're
pizza
fucking-
they pizza
I
delivery
usually give
people
1 or
they
2
pay
bucks.
you pizza delivery people they you pay for your tax and everything and they get paid actual minimum wage and all. Whereas waitresses get paid under minimum wage because they're expected to get tips.
I don't think I've ever seen anyone not tip the delivery person though.
I
They
do.
they charge you
also-
$4 delivery fee. That's a load of bullshit too.
Yeah.
There are some
$4
times when I don't
Fuck.
tip the people.
And it's also annoying because you don't know how that person's employer does as well. Because some people's employers reimburse them for gas money, and some don't. So you never know who to tip and who not. Because I would tip somebody if they aren't being reimbursed for gas. I'll tip them for that, just because.
Right.
Some delivery
You
drivers
know.
are dicks about tip too. Like you give them $1 tip and they go,
Easy on yourself.
"It's a
Thanks.
$20 bill." I'm like, "Well, motherfucker, I'm sorry. What is? I gave you $1. Like, I'm sorry.
I always love the look
I
on their
did
face
tip you.
when they're like, it's 14 something for your pizza, and I'm like, I hand them a 20, and they turn around like they're gonna walk away, like, my change. And they're like, what? It's like, yeah, I'm not tipping you. I want my fucking money back.
Especially I'm not tipping you $5 on a fucking $14 order.
Yeah,
I'm not talking
seriously.
about delivery drivers. I'm talking about fucking waitresses. You never tip fucking waitresses because you don't have enough money to tip them. If you don't have enough money to tip
Usually
people,
when I'm going
a
out, I
common courtesy,
have just enough money to pay for my food in the first place.
then you should not be going out to eat. That is what I think on that issue.
Yeah, well, keep thinking that. I'm still gonna go
Well,
out.
I mean-
Hey, hey,
Yeah, if
Well,
you're so tight that you can't afford an extra like $3, you should not be eating out. You should be
Well, you see,
eating
that's
from
the
a
problem.
can.
Is they give government assistance to people
Or
who are
ramen.
destitute. People abuse the shit out of government assistance so they can go out to fucking eat. That's not why you should be going out to eat.
I mean,
If you're on government assistance, you should be
I don't have
government
the
fucking
money.
cheese sandwiches.
I mean, it's not like I can go to a restaurant and hand them a food stamp card. So
interesting.
Why are you eating at a restaurant when you're so
Yeah, then
desperate
how are you
for
eating at
money?
restaurants?
I don't get it.
people,
don't like- I
who-
just-
who-
that
okay,
doesn't-
so like,
I can't
I'll get some
understand
food.
in my brain why you would willingly pay significantly extra for
Okay,
food.
so
if you're
here's what it
that
is. I'm
tight
like,
on money.
okay, I'll say like I'm hungry. Okay, and then my mom's friend, lady we lives with, she's like, oh, well, what do you want? I'll say something. She's like, oh, well, go to the restaurant and get it. I'm like, all right. So she'll hand me $10 and say go get it. So she's giving me money so I can go out. Now, if I have
Oh my
some change
God.
left, sure, you know, I might give the people a little bit of the change left. But usually I have just enough money to pay for the food that I'm gonna get.
If I was that poor that I barely had $10 to eat food, I would be eating ramen or McDonald's.
It was-
not
it-
restaurant.
No, it's
$10?
someone
That's
is
like a
giving
week's worth of
basically
ramen for $10.
giving me money to go out as like a gift, so I can actually go out and eat instead of having to sit at home and
Or
cook
be
every
eating
fucking
cans
day.
of beans and chili.
Yeah, there's plenty of really cheap shit you can eat. I mean,
I mean,
you should not be paying like $10.
five.
And you drink a soda at a
five,
restaurant? That's like $4.
Yeah, it's like
Usually.
$4
$3
for fucking
soda.
soda. And there's a reason I don't drink alcohol that I don't make
Ouch.
myself.
Yeah.
I don't ever drink. I go out ever.
That's good because it's fucking
Yeah,
expensive,
good.
right?
Yeah.
So why are you eating out?
Usually,
Yeah,
usually
so
I
you
can
out
barely.
and afford to tip people.
Usually I can't even afford a drink. I usually get water and put lemon in it. Make lemonade.
You see, free-to-play games would be a great thing for you. Like, I would be cool if all you play is free-to-play games. If you don't have any money for games, like, that would be cool. I mean, that wouldn't bother me. There's no requirement in a free-to-play game to tip the developers or anything. But at a fucking restaurant where they're serving your food, they might spit in your fucking food.
I don't
Yeah,
care.
seriously.
They probably have before.
Extra protein?
Hell, I've probably spit in their food.
Statement right there just gives me no hope in America.
What do you mean?
The fact that if you don't tip your waitress, they're gonna spit in your food. I'm sorry, but that is fucking disgusting.
Oh yeah,
And
that
if
shit,
they-
it happens
they
a
should-
lot.
No, but then if that's the case, your society.
I don't
is
think my
fucked.
food's been spit in.
The
I
fact
don't
that they are
think you should spit in
spitting
anyone's food.
in something that is required for human survival is a fucking joke, and your country
Restaurant
is fucking
food is not
retarded.
required for human survival. Come on, man.
Yeah,
That's a little
restaurant
bit.
Food is
not.
no, but food is right. So like,
Yeah, but like no
I
one
don't know,
spits in the meat at like the fucking grocery store. I don't see people like going up to fucking
no, I've
apples
seen
and
some
like
pretty
spitting on
fucking
them or pissing
disgusting
on them.
people in shopping centers. Like, I mean, I've seen the Walmart photos, man. Like that shit scares me.
Oh god, you cannot compare Walmart to anywhere else. Like Walmart is its
Yeah,
own
Walmart's
special
kinda
Walmart is
horror
its own
story.
ecosystem. It's not even
Yeah,
an environment, it's an
Yeah.
ecosystem.
I don't even know what to say
I'm
about
afraid we
Walmart.
haven't got into that, man. Like, we got nothing like that here. It seriously would be
You
like
have
going
big
on a
boxes?
poverty safari.
Let's end this.
Not really.
But I do understand what you're saying, and I agree. Like the fact that, you know, just because you don't, like, okay, say for instance, you do go out to eat or whatever, and you overcalculate, and so you actually don't have enough to tip waiters. You, like, you know, barely make it. That kind of, like, the fact that they would give you an attitude, or they would just kind of be a total dick to you from then on if you were to return, that's kind of fucked up, because they don't know, you know, what your circumstances are, whatever.
Yeah, I get that you're working for your money, but you know what? So do I. Like, if I can't
Right.
afford to pay you, then I can't afford to pay you, like, in the tip. So, if I can afford a meal, I'll get a meal. Like, it may be, you know, we pay for convenience in our everyday way of life. It is almost ingrained in first world country condition, like, that you're going to
Yeah,
do that.
living is expensive. Living
it
is
is.
fucking expensive. It's ridiculous,
Yeah,
you
it
know.
really, really is, and I'm learning that
You know
more
what?
and more.
Yeah, that's
especially
something that
within
needs
the
to be
eyes
learned.
of our societies that we're involved in. Living is ridiculously expensive. What was it? They said if every what was it? Hey Dan, remember that thing? What was it? If every family gave all the money they would have spent on Christmas this year and put in a big fund, we'd no poverty ever. We would solve the world's fucking problems. But no, I want that Iron Man doll, or I want that fucking, you know, whatever. Like, this shit's a fucking joke.
You know, because he's fat.
Oh my god, is that a flesh
Well-
pound? What the fuck?
Don't want to be that guy that talks about how cultural relativism, but cultural relativism. Just gonna go ahead and throw that out there. Cultural relativism. Yeah,
I like that word.
yeah.
I'd just like to
Also,
mention
even getting
something
people
about
to the
this
poverty
video game.
line doesn't necessarily mean people are living that well. Like,
Oh, no,
if you
that's right.
honestly live at the poverty line, you can't really afford to do shit anyway. Like, I can't see anyone affording rent at the poverty line
No.
in most fucking places, or a car
Exactly.
payment, or insurance, or a lot of other fucking things that are needed under at least probably, I don't know. I don't want to give an estimate to it, but you need a fair amount of money and be pretty frugal just to survive anyway.
Right.
Alright.
Like, I'm in that problem right now where, like, I need to get a job, but
Get
I
a
can't-
job!
I'm trying to get a job, but the only places
Oh.
I can get a job required me to take a 4-hour bus ride to get to, or they don't give me enough money to even pay for, like, bus fare every single day. It's ridiculous.
Well, for
That
me,
is
right?
true. I
Yeah, bus fare is pretty fucking expensive.
I have health problems that prevent me from doing manual labor, so I can't. Those are pretty much the only jobs that I would be able to do because I don't have any work experience, and people don't want to hire a fat dude in the first place without work experience. And you know, they see a fat guy, they're gonna be, oh, that's a fat guy. He's gonna be lazy. He's not gonna work.
Yeah, I'm actually wearing a nightclub right now.
It's sad but true.
And so, you know, it's already hard to get a job in the first place. And on top of that, and it's even sadder, is that having, you know, bachelor's degree, and you still can't get a fucking job because the game you worked on, your internship, didn't actually get launched, so you don't have a launch title under your belt, and no one in the industry wants to hire you unless you have a fucking AAA launch title in game
It sounds
industry.
really specific.
Yeah.
Sounds
I went-
really
That seems
I went
very,
for,
very, very specific. I wonder who you're talking about.
I wonder, I'm talking about my fat ass, obviously, but it's a load of shit.
Yeah,
I mean, I was
for,
thinking, I was with you until you start talking about, like, never releasing a video game. I was like, I've never released a video game. That would be pretty cool. I didn't know you had to get
Now, I went for PC repair and network administration, and in order to get a job for that, even for like an entry level, they want you to have 3 years of experience.
Yeah,
in
it's
order
like
to
3 to 5 years.
Yeah,
of
3 to 5 years of experience to get an entry level
position.
job. I'm like,
So
how am I
do
supposed to
you
get an entry level
experience?
position without entry level positions to get my experience from?
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck am I supposed to do?
Well, the new thing is
honestly lucked
internships,
out.
which is like, you want to be an entry level, you have to work for no fucking pay. They want you to be an intern, an unpaid intern for fucking a year or 6 months. Fuck that.
Okay,
I
so
lucked out with my
I
job.
gotta
actually-
kind of cut this short a little bit. So, Misha, you'll get the last comment.
Oh, sorry. No, I was just saying, I lucked out because I didn't have any experience. I couldn't get hired anywhere, and I got hired in a retail store through my friend. And the managers found out that I was good with computers, and so that's how I got my office job. Otherwise, I would have been screwed for the last year and a half.
80% about success in life is about who you know,
Who you
not
know.
what you can do.
Yep.
Yeah.
So who'd you screw?
Nobody.
Would you give up blues to?
I don't want to talk about
Okay,
it.
so we're at the time in the show where I'm going to ask each one of you your opinion of the game, whether you've been watching or whether you played it. If you don't have an opinion, that's fine. We'll move on.
Make thugs like they used to.
Our bitch position this week, I say that loosely, is Misha, and she's not actually playing the game. I don't know if she's been watching or if she's played it, but what is your opinion of, so let's say, Diablo style games in general?
I like I said a few days ago, I'm not like a side-scrolling fan. I like free roaming. I like to be able to run around and explore, even if I'm not actually exploring anything. So, hack and slash kind of
You
thing.
can't explore
I-
side-scrolling?
It's not the same. It's not free
Have you never
roaming. I
played
like
Metroidvania?
free roaming.
Let her finish.
I like. If you're gonna cut on me, I don't want to say anything. God.
Go on.
So, I don't know. I think they're all right. I'm gonna end it there.
All right. And also new to the show this week, which is Flintlock. So, Flintlock, what is your opinion of Marvel Heroes and ARPGs?
Hey, I dig them. It's a good time sink. You have the progression factor that, is the core point of any video game. Looks cool, graphics are nice, big shiny explosions. Gotta love it.
If you had to rate the game, what would you rate it?
I mean, for a hack and slashy kind of game, I'd give it a 7, 8 out of 10.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
all right. We won.
Free kill.
High five.
You go next.
You can't give a brother a high five.
Suck a dick.
Well, first thing I'd like to say is while we were running around in that Forbidden City section, I found like a little fucking chibi ghost that was floating around, and I killed it and got like 5 purples.
Yeah, I was shooting at him for like an hour, and I was like, die.
Alright.
It's just crapping money.
Besides, yeah, every time you hit him, you drop money. But besides that, RPGs are a piece of shit. I hate them. I hate all of them. Universally. Diablo.
Torchlight.
I enjoy Torchlight. Torchlight was cute. I enjoyed
I thought
it.
you hate
So
all of
you
them.
don't hate all of them, yeah.
But I still wouldn't give it like an 8 out of 10. Enjoyment doesn't necessarily mean it's a fantastic game. But I disagree with that statement vehemently, that progression is the point of video games. Fun is the point of video games, and you can have fun without progression.
All in Miami.
Okay.
That is true.
Yeah.
Play solitaire and see how long that goes. It's progression.
I
in
love
Mario.
first-person
Solitaire.
I've been
Hey,
saying
hey,
for
hey.
10
Solitaire.
years. You don't need progression.
I
in a
love
game to have fun.
solitaire.
Okay, so what would you rate the game?
Like a 2.
A 2.
3. I don't know. Fuck it. I'm not gonna play it again. I'm uninstalling it after this show.
All right, Abyssal, you're up.
Given the fact that I have no idea what the hell is going on half the time, and I'm just kind of following the green blinky lights.
Yeah, that's the thing that's happening.
Other than that, it's not too bad. It's got decent, so far from what I see, it's decent mechanics. Aside from the fact it's kind of buggy, because if you could see my screen for like half of the time we were in the overworld scrolling section,
It was really
just a
shitty
giant.
performance.
It was actually the entire ground was untextured. It was just a gray my
Yeah.
character was just floating through
Yeah.
gray, and cars were popping up on it.
This
I was
game has
like,
some
what the fuck?
serious performance issues.
But it's not too bad. I just have no idea what the hell is going on because we're just kind of talking and playing this. But if I was actually like really paying attention to it, it might not be that bad.
Nah, it still wouldn't make sense. It's
So-
superheroes.
So what would your rating be based on what you've seen?
Probably like a 5.
5.
Do you hate superheroes
Alrighty.
or something, Elliot?
No, it's just the writing makes no sense.
OJ, you're up
Like, that's
next.
the point of superhero writing, is to not make sense.
There's story
Yes.
in this. Wow, there's-
Apparently so, yeah.
There's
but-
cutscenes and everything.
Oh man. I hate mouse-driven games. I find them boring. I find them anti-immersion. I feel like if this game was structured in a control scheme where, like, say, Lego Marvel superheroes, it would be a fantastic game and I would get over the repetitiveness of it. But since I'm walking around by just dragging my mouse and I'm just spamming right-click, I just feel like I don't give a shit what happens. And essentially I'm bored, but I think the models are cool and stuff. But I agree with Free Kill. I'm going to uninstall this as soon as we're done this stream.
Okay, well,
I don't feel like playing this anymore.
let's
no
get
interest
your insert random rating here.
Gray. Gray paint.
Gray paint.
Gray paint drying on the wall. That's what I think of this game.
Alright. Okay. Well, I've played the game probably 70, 80 hours since it came out.
Jesus fuck!
And I've probably played it 30 hours
How?
when it was in closed beta.
Ugh.
I really like that I know the lore behind the characters. I know the characters is very familiar. So that adds to the game for me. Plus, I really love the ARPG style games. It's a simple game you can play, and if you really want a challenge, there are things in these games that are actually a huge pain in the ass and can make the game kind of hard to play.
Pain in the ass does not equal challenge.
Yeah.
Well,
Broken mechanics are not challenging.
it's not broken, and yeah, okay. So I chose the wrong words, but it makes the game hard and it can be fun. So I have fun with that.
I have a few hard things. that can
I
make
love
that fun.
I love skill points. I love talents. I love being able to build a character. I love loot.
I'm just fireman.
I love looting stuff. I've played pretty much every game of this genre that I've been able to get my hands on, and there's not too many that I like more than it.
I think that's fair enough. I think
Yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah.
And the fact that it is free to play makes it that much better. You don't have to pay a single dime, and you can access every single thing the game has to
And
offer.
I would not pay a single dime. I mean, it's so fucking clear.
Well, I have actually. I've spent quite a bit of money on the game. But
Same amount of money you didn't tip for food at the restaurant.
exactly because I didn't tip at that restaurant. You know, that 33 cents that I had left
You
over.
save that money out of that starving college kid's fucking bank account.
Yeah.
They
Hey,
have
dude,
to eat
if you tip a
fucking
waitress,
ramen.
she doesn't get glowy effects, alright? It's as simple as that. She doesn't. She's
Dude,
not.
I'm
She's
still
going to
trying to figure
become
out
more
this
aesthetically
rank.
Awesome.
It depends. How much do you like a woman
I would
smile?
tip
If she wants to tip, she's gonna have to do a whole lot more than bring me food.
Wow.
This person is walking around in a
Wow.
That
Hell,
was
if he
kind of
wants a
douchey.
tip, he's gonna have to do a whole lot more than
Wow.
bring me food.
That was kind of douchey.
That was like that was.
I would tip the cook before I would tip the waitress because she's just bringing the food to me. He's actually doing he's doing more of the work. He's back there fucking cooking, slaving over that oven, that stove.
I can testify that
No,
the
he's
kitchen
putting
is
things in a
shitty the
microwave
back
is
of
what
a
he's doing.
restaurant.
Well, man, that
90% of
microwave
the
takes a lot of
restaurants.
work.
Open the door, beep beep, close. Okay.
Yeah, cut the French fries out of a plastic bag.
That's hard work, man.
The waitress has to pretend to like you.
She has to pretend to like you, and she has to balance your shit on her hands.
Excuse you,
Exactly.
my waitress
It's
is
a
always
lot
like
easier
you,
than it
okay?
looks.
I
Let me
would-
just say that
they
right now.
always
My,
like
my,
you,
my
of course.
overall rating for this game would be an 8 out of 10.
Wow.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, I think. I mean, if do you have
Wow.
the grounding and the knowledge in the Marvel universe? Have you become invested in it at all? So no, you can't rate it because you don't understand what it's about.
Oh,
Are
don't
you saying that character
That's a-
backstory that exists outside of the game you're playing and has existed for 20 years is more important than the actual gameplay?
I'll
No,
give you
but
a
it does
perfect
add to the
example
game.
of
It adds to
fucking-
immersion.
It
What
adds
about
to the
still about
gameplay.
immersion?
Oh,
It
God.
It doesn't add to the gameplay at all. It adds to you being interested in the game, but it does not
But-
affect the gameplay.
Well,
Well, it will,
shouldn't.
because
I mean,
it'll
really,
Okay,
it
I
should-
used the wrong word. Excuse me.
No,
it
no,
should
I
only
agree.
Okay.
enhance, it shouldn't diminish.
So, Misha,
Story can provide you investment in a game, but the mechanics are separate from a story. You can judge
The
them
mechanics
separately.
are
It's
separate.
just like a movie
but-
versus a book. It has to be self-contained. Can't rely on external
before we go,
I don't agree. I am a
uh-huh.
avid book reader.
our guest
All right,
Misha
we'll
gets
discuss
to
this
gets
later.
to sing us a song for
What?
our
I get to what?
You get to sing for us once again.
Not before I plug my shit, yo.
Sing about waitresses and
Twitch.tv/creeper.
tips.
Giveaways every
Nobody told
25.
me about this before the stream started.
Giveaways every 25 followers. Twitch.tv/sweetcreeper. I don't fucking I play a lot of games. Don't worry about what the fuck she's saying.
www.twitch.tv/dudebro-show. Follow me on that, and also Twitter at the same thing. Giveaways every 25 followers.
All right.
Dick face. Asshole.
Stop.
You're just mad I can support my
Clear out that throat and start singing.
I hope you clear it up if you want.
Me. Go on, go.
I don't think you have enough.
People are telling you to fucking sing.
Tell them I said to fucking hold their fucking horses. That's what I said.
She's got to find a song she wants to sing.
I
You
do
gotta
have
get
to
them
find
lyrics
this one. You know me very well. I did hear a word you said. Jesus. You said it like 15
I'm standing
times.
still in the middle of a bunch of enemies and I'm not even dying.
Alright, I'm deleting this game and uninstalling it, just so everybody's clear on that. Bored.
What kind of song are you guys looking
See, this
at?
kind of
Whatever.
game makes
I
me
just
upset.
want you to sing. If you just want
Just
to
sing
sing,
anything?
yeah, anything, whatever. Don't give a shit. Just sing.
I want to mention the Marvel backstory since we were talking about the Marvel backstory.
And then maybe
Oh,
something
you know what the
else,
best
whose
part about this
birthday
game is? It launches a buy all of our stupid shit when you close the fucking game.
I want to
Also
talk about
deleting
Marvel backstory
bad-
more. Because I actually really,
Too bad.
really like Marvel backstory, and playing a game like this just makes me upset that it's not used.
How many
better.
comics have you read? How many Marvel comics?
We're 10 minutes over.
3 or
almost, so
4,
we need to just
actually.
get that
3 or
song
4?
going.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, 3 or 4
Marvel
issues
backstory.
of comics, not 3 or 4 entire comic series. What the fuck?
Yeah.
But no, I do like Marvel. I just
Alright.
wish they used the
Ready,
IP
Misha?
better.
Yeah.
All right, go for it. Everybody
Sing
be
us
quiet.
one.
You can't hear the music though, so it's fine.
Please don't stop the music.
I can't sing laying down.
Look at those boobs,
I'm
yo.
gonna film you with my streaming device while you're singing.
I've been staring at the sky tonight, marveling and passing time, wondering what to do with day and night until I can make you mine. Fuck, I should have sung the song. You are the one I want. You are the one I want. There's a lot of musical interludes.
That's awesome.
I've been thinking of changing
Twitch.tv/StreamCreeper. Giveaways every 25 followers. I am out. I am the Stream Creeper. So talking, y'all. I'll be on my channel.
What the fuck?
All right.
Nice work, Misha.
Thank
nice
you,
work.
Misha.
That was awesome.
You're
Beautiful voice.
welcome.
Every time I hear you sing, I get an erection. Just saying.
Oh,
right.
okay.
Before
Everybody-
she never sings again.
This was
Yeah.
3 Dudes and Their Submissive, Free to Play Friday 2. Played Marvel Superheroes. Thanks for watching. See you first Friday of the new year.
Game's a piece of shit.
Yeah. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year, everybody.
Bye.
Christmas.
Bye.